Hey, it's Jonathan here, founder of Driving Academy. In today's video, we're going to be giving you the behind-the-scenes stories on what makes DMV not so bad. There's actually some great people who do work at the DMVs. Of course, not everyone is bad that you interact with. There's always some good people that are watching out for certain people. And I always like to spread good news more than I like to spread bad news. So this video is going to kind of give you the highlights or the heroes of DMV and give you a little bit more compassion about how they work, right? So today we actually had a student who did not really listen to our process and did not listen to our advice. Long story short, he had a road test today. This was his second test that he was taking in the bus itself, so he's going to go for a Class B, and there was something wrong with his permit. We advised him this morning to go and fix his permit. Yes, it was a mistake made by the DMV originally, and they never caught it the first time he went around, but we wound up catching this incident for the second test, and then we actually told him, hey, go fix this before your test. The student chose not to listen to our advice and said, hey, I'm just going to take my chances anyway. So he actually went to DMV, and DMV caught the mistake that they made the first time, and because of documentation in specific terms, he added the passenger endorsement to his permit, but never to his what we call the CLP or commercial learner's permit, which means that technically he did not have that endorsement to take the bus on the test, even though he passed the test itself. So it's a very technical rule that they had to follow, and DMV noticed that they messed up the first time around. So they could have just said, hey, your permit's not right, I'm sorry, documentation's not right, go and reschedule another test, come back in a month or so. But the manager at DMV actually stood up in this case, saw the situation, felt bad for the guy, and he actually took him to go and fix this issue. Because at this point, as many of you are aware, DMV lines are just getting bigger and bigger, and the main reason is they just changed their internal system. Where now it's very computerized, it's a numbering system, and it seems more efficient, but they're helping out less and less people as the system goes on, right? So it's easier and in control for the employees. However, for the amount of people that they're helping out, I've talked to many of the DMV employees there, and they say, yeah, it's cool, it's nice and calm, but we are actually helping out less people. So that's neither here nor there. So the manager of DMV itself saw that the line was wrapped around the building and knew that if the student had to actually go and wait in that line, he would never take the test. So he took it upon himself to walk the student over to the other building, to the agency building himself. He cut him through the line, got him his CLP that he needed, got the documents that he needed, when he really did not have to do any of that stuff. So he actually went out of his way to help out this one individual that he had no idea who he was. He just wanted to really lend a helping hand. The student actually wound up taking the test, and he wound up passing today, which was fantastic, right? So now that student, because of, even though the student really didn't listen to our advice in the beginning, he got lucky, somebody was watching out for him, and something touched the manager to the point where he was willing to go out of his way to help out this individual out. He wound up passing his test, and now he's waiting for his job to get started, and now he's in a position where he can actually support his family on a whole new level. And this is all because of one individual, and that's the manager of the Rahway DMV. He actually went out of his way to do it, right? So like we said, we don't always like bashing people. We like to tell you the truth of what actually happened. So there are fantastic people there. The examiners there, they're people just like you and me. They have good days, they have bad days, and we're all here to help our fellow human. We all want the earth to get a little bit better and a little bit brighter every single day. So that's the kind of mindset that this individual had today, and it's a real cool story. But that being said, you want to make sure that you don't even put yourself in that position. You want to make sure that you have all the proper documentation, because that's the silliest reason to fail your test, where you won't even be able to take your test because you didn't bring the proper docs. So what do you need to bring for your CDL road test? You're going to need to bring the paper permit that has the test scores on it, and that must be valid. You're going to need to bring in the plastic permit or the commercial learner's permit or the CLP, which looks like a license, but it says commercial learner's permit on top. You get that after you have given the DOT physical and passed the written test at DMV. And you're also going to want to bring your license. Make sure that your license, your COP, and your paper permit with your test scores on it are all valid, and making sure that all the endorsements are on there properly. And then when you go for the test, you're not going to have any issues whatsoever. If any of those 3 things are missing, or any of those three things are expired, then you're most likely not going to take the test, and you might not be as lucky as this individual was today to actually have somebody walk out of the way and help them out in a very, very busy day. So that being said, I hope this video helped you out on knowing exactly what to bring to DMV for your road test itself. So then you're able to make sure that you can just focus on taking the test, passing the test, and starting the rest of your life. Here at Driving Academy, we help people every single day, just like you, get their license. So if you need training getting yourself a CDL, I want you to give us a call, 908-525-3609, or visit the website below, cdldrivingacademy.com. Again, that's cdldrivingacademy.com. We'll definitely be able to help you out any which way that we can. Thanks, and have a fantastic day.